If today happened to be solar eclipse day, we would say this would be a nightmare, absolute worst case scenario, right? Well, for Providence, it would be. But if you were going to travel, not too far away, somewhere in the Northeast for the path of totality, it actually wouldn't be that bad considering that this is such a skinny little cold front here. And if you look off to the west across parts of Pennsylvania and New York, that eclipse is going over, you would still be able to see there. If you wanted to go up to Burlington, that would not be great. If you wanted to go to Maine, that would not be great. I'm hopeful I don't have to go further than that, but I am prepared to go wherever we need to go to see a once-in-a-lifetime event. Let's take a look at the anatomy of a solar eclipse. So, of course, Earth and Moon, or a moon going around the Earth going around the sun, right? Every now and then you'll get it where the moon will pass right directly in between. Now, the partial eclipse and the total eclipse, they are different. A lot of people say, oh, 91%, that's probably enough, right? Trust me on this one. It is such a difference and something that, you need to experience, I would say, once in your lifetime. So we've got the partial shadow here, the penumbra, and that's what you would see for the partial eclipse. But the full shadow, we need that umbra effect. And what that's going to do is it's going to obscure the sun and allow you to see the corona and the outer surface of the sun. And it's just so much different. All those weather features I talked about, the drop of temperature, the dissipation of clouds. You don't get that with a partial eclipse. So when you have all that solar radiation blocked out, you can have those and other weather effects that can happen. So let's, of course, you'll see my promo, and I stress safety. That's our number one concern here. So we want to make sure, do not, under any circumstances, even if there's a thin layer of cloud cover and you can kind of see the sun a little better, you still don't want to stare directly at it. You need those special eclipse glasses that John talked about earlier here. Sufficient protection. You only want to look at the sun through those filters. Cameras as well, they have filters, so it's still not any safer to look through the camera. Could maybe even be worse with the lens effect. You want to have some kind of solar filter on that as well. And the last one here, the safest way to observe, and Kelly Bates, you'll hear her talk about this as well coming up here over the next week. Some kind of projection, making a pinhole. These are things that sometimes you'll see the kiddos do in craft class in school.